Unbelievable.
Down.
Unbelievable.
Listen,
Hello, everybody.
there was
We are live.
No.
We are live. Welcome to Roll For It. Levels are okay. I don't think I'm too loud. How are you guys doing today, Kyle and Amy?
Fantastic.
Nice. Let me turn this off. There we go. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jake. Welcome to Roll For It pod. Let's see here. The one thing that I don't have today is like an extra little screeny screen, which is like, oh, look, cool. You can see stuff everywhere. But I do have just my one screeny screen. And I have my dice, which is what they were giving me crap about before we started. So, and I have COVID, so that's a fun little thing. Thanks for the raid, and I'm glad everybody's here to check out the next chapter of Roll For It. We're going back to the Feywild. Actually, we're in the Feywild as of recently. If you are new here, let me give you a quick lowdown. Oh wait, I should do the trailer thing. I forgot we have one of those. Let's do a trailer thing. It takes like 1 minute. See you guys in 1 minute. Boop. Roll For It.
Yeah!
There's an enormous centipede-like creature.
Yes, let's get spooky.
I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers.
Flurry of blows.
I'm going to eat it. I'm gonna take a bite.
Jesus, Mo.
Hey, we're Roll For It. We're a bunch of friends, live, laugh, love in D&D.
I was hoping for something a little cooler.
Oh, cool? You think banjos are cool?
Hold on. Does somebody here think banjos are not cool?
We split into 3 different parties on 3 different adventures, but in the same universe with the same DM. Oh, and the same pet mule.
Up north, you've got some knights of the Elven Kingdom.
Us and the guys, we gotta do something. We gotta stand up for ourselves, okay? You feel me? Are you snorting up what I'm lining out?
Adventurers for hire in the big bad Urid city.
I got this, Dad. Just watch. I've learned a lot, Dad.
Acrobatics check.
I'm so scared.
Oh,
That's a nat 1.
a one.
That
a
is
nat
a nat
one.
1.
And the makeshift pirates in the Southern Isles.
I shoot the Snickers before it touches the ground.
A perfectly ruined Snickers.
And jumping into these stories is really easy because we've cut levels 1 through 10 from each adventure into 10 bite-sized podcast episodes. Each level is only 40 minutes long, and they're professionally edited with music and sound effects, so you can get caught up on the entire universe while you're driving to work.
Puts back on camera. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Roll For It. We started as a Dungeons and Dragons podcast of random monsters and epic adventures. In the podcast, each episode featured a randomly selected monster from our list of 100 options. We just used 2 of those last time, and just in case, I'd love for you guys to roll a D100. Just one of them, probably. So I don't know if you got to do like a 10 and a 10, or... we're going to do that right now. But right in the middle of the intro. Oh, you have a D100 just sitting there made out of gold?
Just made out of gold.
That is beautiful.
Amy came
Literal
up prepared.
gold.
Yeah, I have to do the 2. Yeah.
That's the cool.
Wow.
You got to use the gold. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we
The
get.
thing is, it's very heavy.
Oh, so you got to
So I'm going to roll it on
somewhere
the floor
special.
here.
Okay.
We might hear a loud thunk. Everyone be prepared. Everything is okay.
And then
My neighbors,
afterwards-
though.
Through the floor.
I was gonna say afterwards you'll hear the broom hitting her floor from the neighbors below.
She's rolling. The floors are real uneven in this apartment. We might be rolling for a while.
It doesn't, even
Oh,
on an
wait.
even floor, it doesn't stop. D100s, man. So while Amy's over there
40.
working on that. 4-0.
It's a 4-0.
All right, so we'll find out what 4-0 is maybe today, maybe in a little bit, maybe next week. But that's how we choose monsters to weave into a continuous story that we play. So each of the first 3 seasons of the podcast introduced us to a new trio of adventurers. We have 3 different casts, and we're hoping to start soon. So today we're playing with the Valanair Knights of Valor, a group who began their adventure in the Feywild and is now trying to get back to the Feywild to free it from a mysterious evil presence. A mysterious evil presence which has been alluded to for real-life years and is finally about to be revealed. Maybe today. Kyle Quinlivan is the young halfling bard Mumps. Kyle, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I have your little thing. I like to ask like a question to learn a little bit about you and your character for the audience.
Yeah, go for it. All right.
So, assuming Mumps has been kind of like, we've spent like a year at the castle in the Royal Guard or in the Royal Bard, right?
The Royal Jam Band. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just curious, have you written songs? Have you been working on compositions in that time? Now that you're like really good?
First of all, if you have to ask, that means you haven't checked out my SoundCloud, and I've sent you updates every single week.
SoundCloud is such a good mystical name for like a magical.
It's a literal cloud that you have to like stick your head into, and you hear music, then you have to. Oh wow, yeah.
It magics out and travels across the plains.
No, yeah, I would say that Mumps definitely fiddles around. That he just kind of something will pop into his head, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's good." You know, just that kind of. I don't think he's ever really.
Oh,
put out an album,
paper.
put on
Wow.
a concert. Oh no, like maybe on paper, but like no, he doesn't like put on. He doesn't go on tour. He doesn't have like a full set list that he's like ready
Wow.
to put out.
Amateur.
He's
Okay.
self-conscious. It takes a while to really
Okay.
get that ball rolling, like a D100. It takes a while to get that ball rolling.
Sounds good. That changes my follow-up question for Havalar, but Amy plays the Dragonborn Barbarian Havalar. I was gonna ask you what your favorite song of Mumps' is, but apparently he just kind of keeps it close to the chest. So
Well, what he didn't tell you was that there is a very specific lullaby that Mumps very secretly will sing to Havalar when she's had a bad dream and can't go back to sleep, especially when they're out on the road. So, it's not written down or anything. It's very much locked away in here. And Mumps has sworn to secrecy to never share that sometimes he lulls Havalar to sleep with his song.
but not the last time he did that, because that was a bad time.
Now it's changed everything. He used the song against me and,
Ruined it. Well, that brings me to talk about our third Valanair knight who's not here today. We and Fancy Ransom called out Violette, who's missing right now. Yes, Violette from season 1 is not with us on the live season. She's busy like raising a baby. But that's what we were saying earlier. It's like, now that you have a baby, why not just play D&D? So we'll hit her up and be like, you got nothing to do now, right? So
babies love dice.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're not choking hazards because I don't have a reason for that. They're definitely choking hazards. Don't let them anywhere near a baby. But I was gonna say you birthed it. That's all you do. They're raising themselves with all this technology and TV and YouTubes.
In the previous adventure, we met Vesanir Valanair, a distant cousin of Violette. She is a Moonsider, he is a Moonsider elf and I have a picture that I'll show you of that guy. Boop-a-doo, doop-de-doop-doo, boop-a-doop-boo, boop-a-doo. That song is my go-to, but I think it's only when Amy's in the room that Indiana Jones kind of is in my head, because Amy loves, Indiana Jones.
Is it because her D100 reminds you of being chased by a molder?
Yes, exactly.
It also could be an idol of some kind.
True.
Right. All right, that's a picture of Vesanir, who is a druid who is missing right now. He recently kind of We'll get into it right here. The Third Knight of Valor is a new addition to the Valinor family, a distant cousin of Valet, whose people parted ways with the royal family decades ago. Vesemir is a high elf druid with a deep connection to the moon and his home in the Feywild. He was quickly regarded as a friend by Mumps and Havalar, proving himself in both honor and battle. But recently, things got weird and the party is split. Previously, the Knights of Valinor were heading back to the Feywild to face a mysterious, memory-altering darkness and secure a safe home for Vesemir's displaced people. They took a sidetrack to find a powerful weapon, which Havalar's dragon ancestor assured her she would very much need in the conflicts to come. However, Mumps and Vesemir determined that the weapon was too dangerous and feared that the evil dragon inside would use Havalar to do bad stuff. They magicked Havalar to sleep, and Vesemir stole the weapon and ditched both of them. In the previous episode, Mumps and Havalar agreed to follow Ves. Mumps is worried about Ves's safety. Havalar has her own concerns. Last they heard, Vesemir was heading toward the town of Lia Valie, something like that, which is Mumps' hometown, to seek guidance from a fortune teller. That's where Ves was heading, and the pair portaled into the Feywild after him and found themselves in a tussle with Lava Childs, which is the plural form of Lava Child.
You learn something new every day.
Yes, and a Lava Child, which is one of our random dice rolls, is a very strange baby-faced creature. I'm sharing the image right now. Boop, boop.
Like
which
demon
is
baby faced.
Yeah, demon baby face creatures that are immune to metal. And right after this fight, this altercation started, another creature showed up. A thin, metallic, like, dueling creature with a funky hat called a Nimblewright. And it showed up and stabbed one of the Lava Childs in the face. And now, in the present, the three of you, well, and Durbin's here too. Don't forget Durbin. He portaled in at the same time as y'all. Mumps, Havalar, Durbin, and this strange Nimblewright creature are standing in a wave of roughly 8 remaining Lava Childs, which are approaching. And if you guys are ready, the Lava Childs... the Lava Children continue their onslaught, with a couple of them now seeing this new enemy are going to grow these little flickering balls of flame in their hands and try to hurl them at Mumps and Havalar. But first, I need to do a thing. Oh, jeez. Okay, so Mumps. It's going to be a miss. However, you see that as this firebolt thing, you've seen this kind of spell before. It's just a simple mote of flame flying at you, but almost like it confuses the one who's trying to cast it. As he throws it in your way, it like expands and gets rather huge. Luckily, you're able to pretty easily matrix dodge out of the way, and it goes past you and just kind of tears a tree like right off of its base, and is going to start a small fire in the forest behind you.
Not Mr. Tree, I hope. Not
Mr. Tree.
Oh,
And Havalar, you're actually hit, and the same thing happens to this fireball as it's coming at you. You're like, oh, that's one of those easy fireballs. I can block that on my forearm. It's going to kind of snowball towards you in the air. You see this weird like energy adding to this firebolt. It's going to deal you so it's dealing max plus some damage to you.
Wait, I'm resistant to fire.
Oh, okay, then it's going to deal just half of max plus some damage to you, which is good.
Oh.
It's not a crazy spell or anything, but it would have been pretty rough. Instead, it's going to deal 17 fire still. Because some crazy stuff is happening to magic right now. From all angles. even from Mumps' own spells, but also apparently from these creatures who are swinging at you guys. With that, the couple that are going to get closer to you, instead of using their fire attacks, 2 of them are going to swing at Mumps, who you guys are just level 12 and killing it these days. So as you're surrounded by these creatures, not using metal to protect yourself, but they're swinging claws at you, trying to bite you. Mumps is just ducking between their legs and circling around, and like, what's that skit, like the 3 guys with they're always like poking each other in the eyes and stuff?
The 3 Stooges?
Yes, that's what they're called. I was trying to think of their name. Thank you. I was like,
Larry,
they're not
Curly,
the
and
Musketeers.
Moe, the 3 Stooges. There you go.
Yeah. So there's kind of that routine going on one end. And on the other side, Havalar is kind of struggling to play into the defense minus the sword. So like one of the strikes that you're going to block with here, you're probably about to take a guy's arm off, but instead it goes right through the metal, as metal just passes right through these creatures, and you're going to get slashed for 5 damage. 5 slashing. Oh,
5 more?
You're still raging, so cut that in half.
Oh, yeah.
So
Did you count? What about the fire? Did you count I'm raging for that?
Well, I don't think the rage makes you resistant to the... What is it that makes you resistant to fire? Is it your dragonness?
The fact that I wrote it down from last time.
Oh, is it a new thing? Is it part of the Dragon Glaive thing, I wonder?
Well, it seems to be written near the hastily scribbled Ray of Frost determination. So
that might fade soon. Yeah. Ooh. I think this is what we're going to call it. You still have some lingering abilities from this glaive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as you're taking advantage of these abilities, you're realizing that some of them are flickering away as you grow more distant from the glaive. Or maybe you'll be growing nearer it. We'll see.
We'll find out. All right, fine. So it was 5 damage, 5 more damage.
Just take 3 of it. Hey, chat, is it round up or round down when you resistance? We'll call it round down for now. You can take 2, and we'll adjust later. Anywho, I think it's because you're resisting rounded up. I don't know. We'll move on. Frayed Knot says it's round down. Thank you, Frayed Knot. Mumps, you're up. This stuff is all happening, and also the Nimblewright was attacked, but the Nimblewright is just ducking and diving like crazy, not getting touched.
Nimble's right there in the name.
Nimble's right, yes, very nimble.
Ugh, well, I guess I can't use my sword, and I don't want my loot to catch on fire, so I won't hit him with the loot. So there's no chair nearby, so I can't hit him with the chair. So I'm gonna have to go with probably more magic, which doesn't seem like a good idea, given all the wild things that have been happening. But what choice do I have? You say we're like surrounded-ish? We got like all of them? Eight of them?
Yeah, so there's 6 of them in like a real tight circle with you because they just mobbed the 3 of you, basically. We seem to be ignoring Durbin for the first part because he's just kind of like nonchalantly, like he just kind of like crouched in a bush nearby and was like, okay, gonna wait this out. And the other 2 that are still in the back a little bit have just hurled crazy firebolts at you. One hit Havalar and was resisted for the most part and just kind of sparked out, and the other seems to have started a small forest fire. But all forest fires start small. Actually, I don't know if that's true.
I don't know. I was trying to think. I guess you're not wrong, right? I don't know. Someone's going to comment about napalm, and we're going to get in a whole different discussion. I'll go with my trusty Thunderwave, because that's been pretty good for me. Because I think that would get within a 15-foot cube. That gets how many? Like 4?
You could probably
6?
get 4. You could probably get 4 in there.
Let's make it nice and powerful. I'll make it a 4th level spell.
Okay.
So that means I'm rolling
a D100.
Seriously, or no?
seriously, you roll a D100 for the wild magicness.
Oh, the wild.
And the
That
bad
wild's
guys
gonna be a
try to avoid.
91. 91.
Oh boy. Okay.
What damage I'm doing? 5d8. Where's my d8? Here we go.
And my target for this is like 16, right? It's not 17, is it?
Sorry, I was in the middle of doing math, and I'm a little distracted. I'll get right back to you. Hold, please.
All good.
That's 23. 23 is what that ended up being.
Okay. Oh, also, Mumps is bald right now. I forgot to mention that.
I forgot that too.
Yeah, very
why'd you remind me about that painful fact? Write that in my notes.
Okay, 23. So you rolled a 91. Let me just triple check what happens with that. So only one of them is going to succeed at its saving throw. So two of them are going to take max damage and get thrown backwards, right? And this is thunder. So again, it's a chord that booms out and echoes around the trees. 3 of the 4 people that are right next to you and Havalar just fly backwards. What is it, 15 feet, I think?
10 feet.
10 feet. I don't think they go prone, right? So they
no.
manage to keep on their feet, but they're stumbling. And one of them is going to avoid, so it's like almost like grabs your shirt and stays right where it's at.
Whoa.
But it's going to take half of that damage. So they've all taken a beating now, but 3 of them are bloodied actually from that. It's a lot of damage.
Okay, wow.
Okay.
And then I don't know if this will help much. Amy, what is your armor class?
16.
I will use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith, a first level spell that will give Amy +2 to her armor class.
Alrighty. So, you've still got one dude in your personal space, but you strum a little sneaky little chord and it goes over to protect Havalar. I feel like there's floating little notes that are like extra shields circling around her. In the meantime, Havalar is also raging, and it's your turn, Havalar. What do you do?
Well, I guess I'm going to go for the old breath weapon, being as it's ice, and these are fire creatures, and it's a 15-foot cone. So will it reach the ones that flew away?
Yeah, I think so. So they flew 5 or 10 feet away, so you should be able to hit them, and the one that's like right next to you. So I think you can also hit 4 of these guys, and they're like the same 4.
What do I even? Do I roll for that, or I just do it?
Just thunder and ice, baby. So they roll saving throws against your something. Against your something. I think it's your Constitution modifier plus your Proficiency modifier plus 8. So you tell me what that number is, and I'm going to go for it.
Which would be 15.
Okay. Just triple checking how tough this guy is.
Probably not very tough.
No, you're right. I mean, so there's rolling for dexterity. None of them are going to manage to get out of the way of your breath weapon. So your eyes kind of like glow with this scary blue light, and your breath weapon is going to get all of them in this burst of just icicles and freezing cold, bitter frost. So what's your damage for that? Did you already roll it? Max damage to all 4. I mean, yeah.
Math. 12, 13, 15.
Okay. 3 of them are gone. One of them, okay, so the one that was like holding on to Mumps and finally regains his footing, he like pulls up a claw to swing at Mumps again, and you're going to just hit him immediately with just ice. And he's gonna fall over backwards. He's just got like icicles in his chest. His ears are ringing from the thunder, and he's gonna look back and see his 3 friends just they're dead. They're frozen solid, and he's going to turn around and start to try and scramble away, and so are the others in the area. So the Nimblewright's going to take a stab at the one next to him. So there's only 5 left. Well, 4.5, because that guy's like clinging on to dear life.
I was about to say, if the one that was right next to me tries to run, do I get an opportunity attack?
Yeah, you do.
In that opportunity attack, I don't know if that's... Do I have to use like a weapon, or can it be a cantrip?
It has to be a basic... It can't be a spell. So it has to be a basic melee attack, is what they say.
Can I try and... No, I don't want to hurt the loot. I don't want to try and hit him with the loot. Because it's not metal. It's like wood. But also... But he's probably pretty weak. I can try and kick him in the rear and just kind of... Yeah!
You could. You could do an unarmed strike. I think that's like 1d2 damage for an unarmed strike.
Just a d2?
Yeah.
I don't even think I have a d2.
Let's just see if you hit him.
Let's just see.
It's a coin.
Yeah.
Right.
Get out of here.
Is that dexterity for an unarmed attack, or is that like a strength? Or
it's whichever you prefer.
Then dexterity. Let's see how that goes. No, not well. It's a 9.
Let's see, 9.
Picturing the state farm.
9 total. No, that's not enough. Yeah, you kick at him. It looks like you did it on purpose. Like it looks like just like a get at it. Like you kind of play it off. Havalar, still your turn. Technically, you've just fried. The opposite of fried, I guess. I'm trying to think of like you just iced a bunch of them, and you still have movement. They're starting to just run, but they haven't actually done so because I haven't left your turn yet. Because that was just your action.
Well, I'm gonna let them run because I can only fight with my hands at this point.
Okay.
And if they're running,
don't let them know that.
Yeah. I don't say it out loud, of course.
Okay.
I do like that's right. Get out of here, sort of thing.
All right.
Intimidation.
Okay. And then I will say, with the 91 that you rolled Mumps on the Wild Magic Surge, you just feel this strange sense of confidence, but nothing else that you know.
With that strange sense of confidence, as they run away, I go, yeah, you better run. You tell all your love child friends, this is our turf now.
And you have
I don't want to see you come around here no more, okay?
You have tongues cast on yourself too, so they can understand every word that you're yelling.
They can. Every single word.
So the Nimblewright that's with you guys is actually going to give chase and just follow these guys. So even as you watch, he like catches up and is like fighting the ones that he catches as they run and getting around them and doing a good job as you guys are left in the meadow. And you hear more creatures approaching from the woods to the west as you guys are left here. And Durbin gets up and walks over to you and he's like, yeah, they better run. There are 4 other creatures approaching. 3 of them are Nimblewrights, just like the one who just left. One of them is an elvish woman. I guess an elf. We'll call her an elf. Because is woman a human thing? Like, can you be a woman and an elf? Or is a woman just like a whoa, man, you know? I don't know.
It's a great question.
And that's a whole different question about a dissertation on the
Is Havalar a dragonborn woman? Yeah. So the one who approaches, I'll send you guys a picture of her and I'll share her right now. So she's wearing gold armor with red, I don't want to say highlights, but with red ornaments, and like kind of a red cloak that matches the cloak that the Nibblerites are wearing, as if all part of the same uniform. But she is clearly not made of metal, or she doesn't appear to be made of metal. And here is a picture of this person. Now, while I show you this, can the two of you make history checks for me?
It's a 9.
Ooh, 17 plus 0. Okay, yeah, it's just a 17. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Where's my picture of this person? I had one. Oh, there it is. Oops. All right. 17 Mumps?
Yeah.
Okay, both of you recognize her. So this is the share of the Balanstar family, which both of you remember from over a year ago. It's the family that Violet was going to marry into in the Feywild. It's like the other nobles of the Fey. And she's wearing the colors, and you recognize her. Mumps, it takes the 17, just like this moment of memory, to realize that she actually looks different than she did then. Like, she's carrying herself here. Let me. Sorry, I'm balancing like 10 screens, and I really shouldn't be, but is what it is, as low as. So she walks up with this aura of confidence, and she's like standing tall, and she's striding in with this set of armor on. And so do 3 Nibblerites, and 2 of them are going to chase, like, just run past you and towards the lava children into the brush, and one's going to stick with Dana, is her first name, who she's a tall elvish woman with white hair and shining golden red armor, and her eyes are fixed on the 2 of you in a calm, calculating way. Mumps, you see that she looks younger and stronger than ever, and she stands taller and with more power in her stride than before. When she was the share. She was like the queen of the Balanstar family.
Oh, I understood. Share equals queen.Cher,
Yeah.
queen. Yas queen, of course.
Yes. And she sees you guys, and she says, "The Valinair Knights of Valor. Strange to see you here."
Do a little bow. I'm like,
Havalar, come on. What are you doing? You gotta bow. Come on, it's royalty. Come on, you know this.
I also bow after awkwardly hearing this, that I'm sure she hears as well.
And she's like, "Oh, please. It's fine."
See, Mumps, it's fine. We know her.
Okay.
Lady, what brings you to this part of the Feywild?
Well, I'd ask you the same. You are back in town. Is the castle coming with you, or the Valinairs here in the Feywild, or what?
Oh no, they are quite safe. Not here, no castle. But we are after a certain elf that maybe you might know. His name is Ves Valinair of the Valinair family. You might remember.
Havalar, not all elves know each other. God, what are you doing to us? You don't bow? You make racist assumptions? I'm so sorry for my dragonborn friend. We just want to know that maybe you've seen Vest around, you know? Maybe we can give you a description, because you probably never seen him before, but is he an eagle and flying in the sky often? Maybe you've seen a weird eagle? I don't know.
I've seen many weird eagles and many elves. No Valinairs since you vanished. But I do still have to wonder, did you get here from the Silverlight portal?
Yes.
And as a follow-up, why? What are you doing here?
The aforementioned elf is the draw. We are looking for him, and he happens to
So one
have
person,
something.
why so important? Yeah, please continue. I'm interrupting.
No, not at all, my lady. Please interrupt at
He has
your
something.
of mine that I would like to get back. Just a small, personal issue.
It's a family heirloom.
That's right. Family
Yeah.
heirloom. So you can see why I would be so concerned about making sure it returns to me.
And it's an important enough family heirloom that the Knights of Valinair have been refounded and sent on this mission together.
Well, I mean, the person who has it is a Knight of Valinair, so it's like we're trying to get the band back together. You know what I'm saying? We're trying
So it's
to.
more infighting then.
Oh, I don't know if we're like fighting. You know, we had a little spat maybe, but
As good friends are wont to do here and there, we're all subject to error.
Here I thought we were
And,
being aided by the Valorant Knights.
oh
Well,
yeah, we're
we do
here
that
to help.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, a side quest maybe.
Oh yes, we enjoy a side quest, especially if the side quest sides us closer
As long
to
as you get your
our
property back first.
goal.
Well, now,
First
Malay.
or after Mumps, by all means.
Malay, no, you don't ever think of yourself as a side quest because you could be the whole quest, girl. You could be the whole quest and more. Don't ever let some elf say you're going to be his side quest, okay? Because you could be the whole quest. Don't sell yourself short like that.
Yes, great.
Did I interrupt, Havalar? What were you going to say?
No, you really said a lot there. I'll let you just continue.
But I know that maybe we're getting the 20 questions and we feel like maybe, I don't know, you don't trust us, but we're like the Knights of Valinair, you know? I think we wouldn't have been chosen if we didn't have such a noble, worthy cause. And I think that, we'd really appreciate your help because, like, you know a lot about this place and this land and the people in it. And we just really think you could, like, be totally awesome.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I do not mean to... It's not that I don't trust your intentions. It's just that it seems like they don't much align with the interests of the realm, because I don't know if you're not being fully forthcoming or if you're just here on a personal field trip. But there's a lot going on here, and none of that seemed to be at the top of your list of priorities. But I will help you, and I hope that in doing so, I will gain the favor of the Valinairs. And why don't we walk? Where are you heading?
Let's walk.
Let's walk and talk. You said there's a lot going on here. There's like lava childs running around. They weren't here before.
Also, a couple of these Nimblerites didn't join that chase. They kind of went to the more like, let's put out this forest fire before it gets too crazy. They went on that mission. And you can see that they're actually seeming to be able to... they're getting water from this nearby stream and bucketing it down there. And Dana and you two and her Nimblerite bodyguard are going to head through the forest towards what looks like a road not too far from here. And she asks, where are you heading? I forgot if you told me you had a destination in mind.
Well, we are looking for a fortune teller. Is that right? That's right. We're looking for a fortune teller.
Yes. Jake knows that. Dana doesn't know that, probably.
Right. Sidebar, Jake, we are looking for a fortune teller. And Kyle, do you remember what direction? I can't remember.
I didn't even know we were looking for a fortune teller. I was gonna say,
Okay, well,
where are we going?
we are looking for a certain fortune teller that our dear friend Vess has been sent to, and that's about all we've got. So if you happen to know which direction foreign fortune tellers frequent, that would be great information.
You don't know a specific town, village,
Oh,
or...
yes. We are Mumps, what's your hometown's name? Leah Valier?
That's pretty good. Yeah, Leah Valier. Yeah. That was pretty good, Havalar.
Right. That's what I was thinking
Yes.
as well.
Sorry,
yes.
the battle just
Sure.
befuddles the brain.
Yes, there is a fortune teller there, and we're about 3 days travel from that village. And we'll get you to the road and get you a wagon, and you guys can head that way with your mule.
Oh, excellent.
Wow. Thanks so much, Dana. May I call you Dana?
Yes, please do.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, Dana, I don't imagine we are receiving this aid for free.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm going to charge you for it. I do wish you success on your mission, of course. And I also just want to tell you a little bit about, well, what you've been missing back in wherever you are now with the Valinor Castle. See, the Lava Children, that's just one of the new fun little things that have been showing up in the Feywild unexpectedly.
Sorry to interrupt, but I believe the proper term is lava childs, as we were told.
Is that so? Well...
Mumps can't correct the queen in her own kingdom.
You said earlier it was fine that we're casual, that we know her.
You know, it just
I'm getting mixed signals.
Speech.
Well,
you know,
they seem to
Mumps.
be just about wiped out now, which is good. So we don't really have to call them childs or children or anything. We can just call them gone. And in their place, I'm sure, soon enough, another random monster will show up. Because we're dealing with a little something chaotic here in the Feywild. And that chaotic thing is called chaos.
Yes. So chaos, just an entity of force that exists in the world.
An entity of chaos. Yeah, it's not evil. It's not good. Clearly not good. And it's just trying to tear apart everything that is together. Yeah, so not a great problem to have. And we've been trying our best to get rid of the symptoms of this problem, which are random and strange occurrences of sometimes very dangerous creatures, sometimes very destructive creatures showing up in our realm. We've also gathered as many of the friendly peoples of the Fae as we can and asked them to join us in the Autumn Circle, our kingdom, the Balin Stars, to the east. And anybody that you guys see along the way who might be in trouble can head that way for some refuge.
Balin Star Kingdom to the west.
East.
To the east.
East is what? Sometimes I just, say the opposite thing.
The Circle of Autumn.
Test you. Yes, the Circle of Autumn.
If you're taking notes, which is smart. Wouldn't want anybody to forget.
No. As you might have seen, we can be very forgetful. We do.
I forgot I was
We do
bald.
often like to take notes. Which is, I haven't. And then I roar with laughter in a very dragonborn-y, roary sort of way.
Oh, and I just keep remembering Mumps is bald at different times. Which I'm sure Mumps would be forgetting constantly as well. But Havalar, you probably don't forget.
No.
Mumps recently had all of his hair fall out in a wild magic surge. That's all I have to say about that.
How do you know this chaos? How do you know it? When did you first notice that something was wrong, more than the usual sort of chaos that happens here?
So, something has taken the place of Castle Viahara, and there is a physical presence, an actual manifestation of chaos in that location. And we don't know why that is, but we, the scholars, have assumed, well, have deduced that that is the source, or the what's the word for like the epicenter? The epicenter? That could work. The epicenter of this energy. Now, all areas near there, including one that you know as Liavalie.
Your Highness, can I correct her now?
Yes,
the
go
correct
for it.
pronunciation is Liavalie.
Liavalie is in deep trouble. It's very close to the source, and we've been trying to evacuate as many of those settlements as we can.
No.
To not much luck with them, because they seem to be very comfortable there, and I'd ask only in return for this wagon that you try and sway them not to be comfortable there anymore.
That's
At
going to be
least
hard,
until
Your
things
Majesty.
settle down.
Liavalie has a very high quality of life.
Yes, well, I
Or did.
don't expect that quality of life expectancy to stay very high.
Yes. All right. That sounds doable. Exchange for the wagon. We can. How many halflings can you fit in a wagon? Probably like 30.
Well, pulled by that mule, I wouldn't expect more than how many?
Oh, don't
Half a
underestimate
dozen.
Durbin.
Yeah,
He's got a mechanical leg.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. She didn't mean anything by that.
Well, do you think that he could pull this wagon for a while and I could have a chat maybe with Havalar?
Oh.
In the back.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. And then he just kind of thinks, I shouldn't have corrected her all those times. Oh, I got left out of the important talk. Oh, no. Oh, God.
Mumps, I'm sure it's about nothing at all. Just, some queenly business. I understand those kinds of things, being a bodyguard for a queen in the
Of
past.
course.
You know
Yeah,
how it goes.
I get it. It's the royal girl talk. Yeah, I'll just go up to the front with Durbin, and we'll have our own little chat. Yeah, we'll have our little fun. Yeah.
It's a lot of walking. Sorry, it's just a lot of walking in this terrain. I do prefer the wagon travel, but the roads are not as nice as other places. So, Havalar, you served the Valinaires as a royal guard.
Yes.
Yes. And then what I hear is that you and the princess eloped together the night of the wedding when she was going to be wed to my son.
Oh, no, ma'am. It wasn't an elopement per se in the traditional sense. It was more of a she wanted to leave and I followed her. So,
were the two of you romantically involved?
Great. Ma'am, That's a very personal question, and I would say that no.
Because the rumors
I
are
can't
that you
say
were,
I could.
and I'm just wondering if you
No.
wanted to have any kind of yes or no, or any kind of address to that.
Well, ma'am, I have to say that no,
No.
we were not.
Because it's fine if you
involved.
were. She was a lovely girl.
She is a lovely girl, and if things had been different in a different time, perhaps we would have been able to run off into the sunset in that elopement, as you said. But she's a very busy queen. I'm a very busy guard, and things were just not meant to be.
So is that... Sorry, but don't mean to press, but I do. Does that mean that the future of your romance, is that a better time? Is that a time that you're keeping in mind for like a maybe, or is that something that is now fully living in the past?
I think that's a question for the princess.
The reason I ask is because I haven't seen the princess in a long time, and I was wondering if you could bring a message to her.
I can certainly do that. Yes, we do speak on occasion.
I wonder if she'd be interested in following through with the arrangement that we had those years ago.
Oh, I see.
Joining our families as we intended.
Yes. Let me just take some notes. And you can't see, but it's just like Havalar's writing, and it's just like scribbles and nonsense. So you would like to, what was it? Resume the same arrangement as before. Yes. And I will make sure she gets that message.
I think that now more than ever, with the Valinor presence in the material plane and the Balan stars rising to fill a void in the Feywild, that joining our houses could be very beneficial in bringing the elves together and really just establishing a powerful presence. And as you said, timing wasn't right before, but now it seems obvious.
Seems obvious, yes, indeed. Perhaps there's all sorts of ways that we could come together. I mean, the elves, not me. I'm obviously not an elf. But there's probably a lot of options. I think we just keep the communication open, the window, of communication. We'll just keep talking about the opportunities. But I will be sure to let her know that this is what you're thinking about.
So she's, as you're kind of getting uncomfortable with that topic, I feel like I want you to know that you're noticing her noticing that very clearly. Like you just feel her just looking right through you this whole time. And and maybe that's just like making you more nervous. I don't know. But she's just like, I hope that you will pass that along. And yes, open communication is all that I ask.
Yes, I am. Havalar is conveniently pretending that she doesn't see anything, just like very committed to this line of dialogue that she is pursuing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
and all of that,
yes.
I've logged that away. What was Mumps? Oh, I think did you just fall a little bit? Do you need some help?
I tripped, but I caught myself. I stumbled, but I hit the ground.
We can stop. I have to be going, and you guys can
no,
resume your travels.
Anything else? Are you sure? We could really... I'm an open book.
Yes, I can see. Let me just check my notes really quick.
You have notes too. That's good.
No, that's all I have for you two. It was very interesting running into you today. I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Find us. Yes.
Maybe at a wedding.
Maybe you will run away. Maybe you and I will run away this time. Who knows?
Mumps, would you like to perform at the wedding?
Wedding? There's gonna be a wedding? Oh my gosh, who's getting married?
There just might be. Havalar will tell you all about it.
Oh, sweet.
I will.
Sick. I love weddings.
And good luck to you both. And if you learn anything about this chaos, let me know. Because I would love to stop it.
You got it, your
Yes.
Dana-ness.
Oh,
And Mumps bows again.
just in case you run into any more of these lava childs, and she looks at Mumps, and she like snaps her fingers, and one of the her Nimmelright guy shows up, and she's like, "Your sword, give it to them." And he holds out a rapier, which is like a pirate sword with a thin stabbing tip, and that thin stabbing tip is made of ice. Looks like a big, long, slightly blue icicle. And he
gee.
presents that to you, to the two of you, handle out.
Oh, thanks, Your
Oh, my.
Highness. And also, thank you, Metal Ghosty Man. Wow. Oh, this is so cool.
Yes.
Very nice.
Quick question: Is this gonna like melt like in my pocket or anything? Will it? It's not. Or it's not.
No,
ice.
the enchantment will keep the blade perfectly pristine. It breaks after a few swings, but it recharges after a day. So
Oh, okay.
you get a couple of good stabs out of it, and they're good stabs, and then, well, that's what it is.
Neato.
Yeah, of course. And enjoy, and come over to the Circle of Autumn anytime if you want to visit or to contribute anything.
Okay. Bye.
So long.
Farewell. Farewell.
See you later.
Good talk. Yes.
Yes, we'll talk again really soon, Havalar.
Indeed.
Open communications.
Open communications. That's what I like.
All right. And then she walks off and gets into another wagon probably soon and heads the other way.
Wow.
I should.
Oh, this is it. Wow. Yes. 2 wagons. You had 2 wagons. I can only imagine.
The
being so
rich-
wealthy.
Rich elf.
Ugh, the 1%.
It is a nice wagon too.
Oh.
You guys are. It's like the wagon that you first escaped the castle in so many years ago. If it was made of just elvish, just nice stuff, and it's almost like it reminds me of like the glass carriage type of thing from Cinderella, like what the pumpkin turns into. It's kind of like that-ish, but a little bit. It's not so far like Valinair flashy. The Balance stars are a little bit more earthy elements, so like it's wood and there's kind of orange and red on it, and so like there's kind of little vines twisting and leaves on the ornamental side of it.
Very nice wagon. Top quality.
That's
I kick it a little bit. Make sure it's good.
Yeah. You guys, they gave you directions. You guys are about along this road and then another road later, another road later. You guys are about 3 days from Leavalier.
Should we rest? Because I'm a little beat up.
A rest does sound nice.
Can we like rest while we travel? Is that a thing?
Yeah, there's a lot of room in the wagon. You know, Balance stars, they know how to make them. It's really nice.
Take turns. I'll take the first watch, the first reins, Mumps, if you want to rest, and then we can swap.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good to me. And then, yeah. So I'll rest and you watch, and then I'll watch and then you rest, and then you can pull the cart and Durbin can rest, and that way we always go in a cycle.
What about the time when you pull the cart though? Is that when I rest?
I'm more of a cheerleader than like a puller.
Mm.
I think I'm more. That's not really my style, my speed, or my strength. I play to my strengths, and that my actual strength is not one of them.
Are you asleep yet? I could help with that.
All right. You guys head north with the clap, clap, clap of the mule feet, mule hooves on the dirt. And the cycle of rest continues in that way. Anything you guys want to break up the trip with?
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. When you were in your private little talk, did she happen to mention her quiche recipe? Because I gotta say, I tried it at the wedding before we ran away, and it was so good. Like, it was bomb. It was so good. Like, did you try the quiche? It was incredible. I hope you got that recipe. I would die for that recipe.
Do you really think that the share of Valenstar made the quiche, Mumps?
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. I forgot that rich people have people for that.
They do. Maybe your family made the quiche. Did it taste like a homemade recipe?
No, it tasted like really good, like on par with my family's recipe, but not like my family's recipe, you know? I guess, I don't know. I don't think they used chicken eggs. I think it was a different kind of egg. That had to be it.
So we continue this riveting quiche conversation for another couple miles.
Okay.
Arguing.
It gets heated.
There's no such thing as a elephant egg, Mumps. That's not
I'm
a
just
thing.
saying.
That's not
I'm just saying. I've
something-
never seen an elephant give birth, so we don't know if it's a live birth or if it's an egg birth. I'm just saying.
Have you seen every animal give birth? I mean, how do you go about like?
I've seen more than one. I've seen a few.
And do all the ones that you haven't seen, you assume that those are eggs too, or?
I don't assume. I just don't know. That's why I'm saying it could be 50-50.
And Durbin agrees with that point.
See, Durbin gets me, and Durbin knows animals. Durbin is one.
Oh, when the princess was here, at least I would have somebody on my side once in a while, Durbin.
And you guys travel on.
We travel on.
So, a day later, you continue traveling. It's actually more like a 2-day trip than a 3-day trip. And you guys are getting, especially with your system where Havalar gets to pull the cart some of the time, it works out where you get to increase your pace.
Every time I pull the cart, I'm like, how did I get here? I don't remember how this happened.
And then you guys are close to Lia Valier. It's just around the corner. You start to recognize the streets. Mumps.
Oh, yeah.
Let me pull up a little image.
Really, really strolling down memory lane here. No, literally, that's the name of the street. It's Memory Lane. It's a really
saw
nice
the
street.
sign.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really nice. Just like I remembered it.
I forgot to send you guys a photo of what's her name, so I'll send that. Here's a picture of Dana. And here's the village that you're approaching. So yeah, you guys were here a while back. When you first showed up to Mumps' hometown, Mumps did not want to go because he was kind of in a fight with his family, having left to be a musician instead of stick around with the family bakery. Let me pull that up. There. Boom.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we fight an old hag in that tree? Yonder?
You
The
betcha.
tree house?
We eviscerated her. Oof. And we got the potions and we got a wagon. That's where our other cart came from.
One of our first adventures.
Yeah.
Good times, good times. And as you guys approach, you hear in the distance, you hear some music playing from the town.
That's your family, Mumps? Yeah, family tune?
Well, they're not really the musicians. I'm the family musician. But
Oh, that's right. That's why they don't like you.
I mean, it could be. Well, they happen to love me very much. We made that very clear before we left.
Yes, that's why I said like and not love.
Wanted to help me so much. They gave the entire family the clothes off their back. Oh my gosh, so hurtful. But no, maybe I don't know. It could be the Lawsons across the street or something. They're pretty musical. They're nice. They're fun.
Oh, as you're talking, so this was happening. This didn't happen until just now, but it happens to happen right now as you guys are talking on the home stretch. Mumps' hair grows back completely to the length it was before. in a matter of about 10 seconds, just while he's not noticing.
My head feels so itchy. Oh, God. Oh. Silky smooth.
And that little teeny extra bit of confidence from earlier, that only lasted a few hours, but you still have the normal amount of confidence. Yeah. Still have the regular Mumps amount. And as you guys approach, you hear music playing from the streets in the familiar treetop village. So rope bridges and ladders sprawl across multiple stories where shops and homes and Mumps' family bakery all converge. And a small crowd has gathered on these pathways, and they watch as a band plays on a large tree trunk stage, which is new to the town. It's about 40 feet in diameter, just this giant tree, but chopped off to be a little stage. And the stage is about 2 feet off the ground, making the halfling performers still a couple feet shorter than Havalar as y'all approach. Mumps, people kind of start to recognize you coming up and point to each other and point at you and grab each other and point at you and also point at Havalar as well.
Havalar, you're attracting a lot of attention. I think they're a little nervous around Dragonborn. Just say something really nice and cheery. You know, get them warmed up. Get them on your side here.
And the streets are bustling. It's like busy here. There's people you don't recognize here, and beyond just halflings, there's elves and there are furbolgs and other types of creatures, dwarves and more, hanging out and jamming, eating like corn dogs and stuff.
Pretty safe to me. Everyone's very relaxed.
Super happy and like also productive. And also there's like an air of diversity around that wasn't here before. Wow, this place is really like stepping up. This is different. Wow.
Up and coming.
Yeah. You notice a t-shirt that has a portrait of Mumps' face on it being sold in a nearby stand.
Oh my.
Mumps looks over. It's like, I didn't sign anything about that. Can they do that? That's like that's my image, my likeness. Is that thing? Can they just do that? Who do they think they are? Andy Warhol?
And there's
we weren't
also
around to stop them.
There's a person walking around with buttons that say "Mumps it" on them. It's like "Mumps it," and that's like a phrase. I'm trying to sell some of them to the crowd.
Mumps it. I would have preferred Mumps up the jam, but you know.
And people start to cheer as you approach. Hey, it's Mumps! It's Mumps! He's back in town! Everybody look! And you kind of get like this little pathway to the stage open up for you. The sea of people parts, and you see a bunch of people just like so happy, so thrilled to see you arriving back home. What do you guys do?
I guess we better. Havalar, they're pushing us to the stage. I think we better take the stage. We gotta do it. We gotta take the stage.
I was going to tell you to take the stage. Yes.
Take the stage. Take the stage.
I want to lift Mumps up and put him on the stage.
The stage that's
Do I have to roll
lower
for
than
that?
you.
Yeah. So
All right, that happens, and everybody goes crazy. And the musicians that were on, they kind of like bow to you, and they like look pretty excited, and they kind of back behind you.
Please, everyone. I'm one of you. I'm just like you. You know, I put my lute strings on one at a time, same as anyone else here. Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I have to say it's great to be back. I love what you've done with the place. You with the t-shirt. I like it a lot. You picked a good picture. That was a good one. I really like the way I look in that one. I just gotta say, everybody, thank you so much for the warm welcome. It's been so nice stopping in. I can't wait to shake everybody's hand, maybe kiss a few babies. But I just gotta say, we are here on business as well. It's not just a pleasure cruise. As much as I love to just come into town and have a rip-roaring good time, I gotta say, we're also here on a little bit of a quest. That's right, y'all. It is your opportunity to help us win this quest. That's right, everybody. You can be the hero today. All you gotta do is, if you have any information on a moon elf named Vestanir, can shapeshift into different animals, might be carrying a giant scary glaive. We are looking for him. If anyone has information, we'd really appreciate it. If you don't have anything now, if you remember it later, maybe look for us, I don't know, maybe at the family bakery or something.
There was a moment before the logistics where people were like, yeah, we're going to help with this chest. And then it kind of kept going, and people were like, yeah, we'll keep our eyes open.
And then Mumps ends with,
thank you. Good night.
Moms. You see, somebody who's made her way to the front of the crowd is a halfling who you used to have a crush on a couple years ago before you left town.
I see her come up to the front there, and I just like try to sit down on the edge of the stage with my legs over, looking cool, like oh my god, hey, oh my god, wow, oh my god, I didn't even see you there. That was so wild, so random, running into you here. Like, oh my god, I didn't know you were even still around. I didn't know. That's wild. Hi, how's it going? I'm Mumps.
She's like, so her name's Merla. I'll send you guys a picture. She's like, yeah, silly. Hi. We missed you. I missed you so much while you were gone.
Oh my god, what? No, you didn't. Come on.
Yeah.
Please. No.
Yeah, I knew that you were going to be, like, really big and, like, play for the queen or whatever, so that's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's so nice of you. Wow, yeah, because, like, every time I tried to, like, I don't know, give you, like, something I baked, you did that thing where you, like, had the thing and you're like, oh, yeah, so good. But,
No.
I guess I can't blame you because, like, I never really was one for, like, cooking and stuff. I really was more of, like, I did the music thing.
Yeah, me neither. Me too. Same.
Oh my god, you make music?
No,
you just
but I always
okay.
thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's cool. That makes us
Probably.
like, I don't know, like so compatible. I don't know. That's like we have the same interests. Like I make music and you listen to music. That's like
Wow.
so random, right? Oh my god.
That's amazing. So, like, did you get a bunch of money, like, at the castle? I'm just curious. Do they?
That's wow, yeah, really curious. I guess I make a steady income. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't say like I'm rich, but I guess I'd say I'm comfortable. So
I
nice
really
that you
like
care
your
about my
costume.
financial security.
Your costume is so, like, spiffy and nice material.
Yeah, thank you. It's not a costume, it's a uniform. I kind of have like a really important job and a really important quest.
Really?
Like
is that your
I wouldn't call it
girlfriend?
a costume. Oh, Havalar,
No, this is my one of my bestest friends in the whole world. This is Havalar. Havalar's a dragonborn, and Havalar probably has really lots of interesting things to say. Havalar, this is Merla. Merla, I knew her.
Hi.
It
Oh my
sounds
gosh.
like it. Yeah. Hi. It's so nice to meet you, Merla.
Yeah, Mumps told me so much about
What brings you
you.
over to the stage? Oh. Good things, I hope.
I heard Mumps was in town and I had to see Mumps. I always gotta see my Mumps. Gotta get my Mumps.
Yeah.
She like grabs Mumps' hand.
Did you all like forward?
Yeah, we dated a little bit in elementary school.
Ah. Yeah, that seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a whole like 10 years ago. Wow.
Mumps, you get a clap on your back from your dad, your old man Merrick, who has made his way onto the stage to get you, to collect you, and he's like, Mumps!
Give me. Hey, Papa, Pops, hey, Pops, how's it going? Oh my gosh.
Welcome back.
Pops.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time since I've seen, and Havalar's here too. Amazing.
Papa Mumps.
We got the whole fam here. You brought everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
You brought Mom. You brought Milo. You brought Mickey. You brought Marin.
Mumps, it's been 3 years.
You brought Mac. You brought Moody. You brought Slim.
Wait a second.
What?
Merla is an M name. You all aren't. That's not. Right.
No, we're not related. As I stated before about the elves, not all halflings know each other. Like that's not a.
Who's Merla? I feel like I've never ever met this woman.
Merla. This is my father. My father. This is Merla. Merla was actually just leaving.
Yeah. Just I'll talk to you later then.
Yeah. I'll probably be around. I'll be in town. Just keep an eye out for that moon elf. That's really important to me.
Yeah, I think I
Already
did maybe see one.
tellers.
I'll talk to you about one. You were looking. I heard you're looking, and she like backs off, but like does some hair flips and tries to like make sure you see her hair flips as she's going.
She's cute, Mumps.
Well, I mean, I guess, she hasn't changed at all. And like, she's a total babe, total bomb. What a bombshell. But I don't know. Did you hear the way she was talking to me about like money and clothes? And I don't know, I guess.
Mumps, let's get you out of it's crazy here. Let's go somewhere and catch up if that's all right. We can get away from the stage. I know it's hard to pull you from a stage probably, but
how does
that sound?
That stereotypes too. I just love the attention. No, I just gotta say, Pops, we'll go somewhere and we'll just catch up and where's the fam? Okay, is everybody okay?
Let's head to the bakery. Yeah, everybody's
okay.
Great. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You were saying that you like that girl. What was it?
Oh well, sorry. Yeah. Well, I guess Dad, you can listen to this too. But I was talking to Havalar like. She just came up and started talking about like clothes and money, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe when I was younger, I didn't realize that maybe I didn't really think of her as so shallow. But I don't know. I've been away for a while, and I've been getting all these new life experiences and reprioritizing, and I don't know. I just have a lot more experience now, and I guess I should be looking out for someone who like shares my interests and maybe has more of an adventurous spirit instead of someone who just wants a pile of treasure and some fancy clothes.
Wow. Well, that takes a little bit away from I got a little bit of treasure. It's not a big deal, and I wasn't going to even I was going to bring it up, but now I feel a little bit weird about bringing it up, but then I feel like not bringing it up based on what you just said would be weird because it's not really related to what you were just talking, which, by the way, what you just said I'm so proud of you, son, for I mean, it's been such a long time since we've seen you. And even the last time you came through town, we were all blown away by the man you were becoming. But now, my goodness, that's with that speech. It's not all about treasure and bombshells. You know, it's about making a home, right? And so we're glad you're back for however long. What brings you two to town?
Oh, geez, Pops, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I said it on the stage. I don't know if, like, you just maybe didn't hear it. I should have been louder. I'm
Quest,
sorry.
you're looking for...
Yeah, we're looking for a moon elf. He may have come this way. But if he hasn't, we'll take a fortune teller, because maybe they'll know the way. We're just, I mean, we're lost, but not lost. We know exactly who we're looking for and what we're looking for, but we just don't know where they are. So maybe they're lost is what I should be saying.
So we have had a lot of people through town lately, and you guys have made it kind of through the crowd. And by the way, shout out to Huso. Thank you so much for the subscription. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! And who says in the chat saying, now I ain't saying she's a gold digger.
Listen, and maybe she just wants to know that her potential love interest can, like, contribute to a household.
Well, and it's also like, you know, what else do you talk about with people when they've been away for so long, you know? That's usually when I meet people, I'm like, after a while, I'm like, how much money do you have now? You know, it's just one of
you go off.
You say it
on
in different.
An adventure.
You say it in different questions. You say, "What do you do?" But that's all it means.
Gold.
Anyways, you guys have made it up to the bakery. You say your hellos to the siblings who have mostly probably found you along the way. The siblings who all have names, but will never speak in this adventure.
And here I thought you were going to be some type of 8-voiced manic.
They all have Mumps' voice. Every single last one of them. Maybe not singing
Much
voice.
to dismay.
And I was going to say, and you're going to recreate it now.
Mums! They're all older than you, right? They're your older siblings. Or I can't remember.
I think they are, except maybe I think they are.
Yeah, you're the baby.
Yeah.
So Merrick's telling you that the place has been like kind of hopping, as you can see. So I don't back before, if a moon elf came through town, I would be like, oh, I know who you're talking about, but it could have been a couple different people. But the fortune teller, I was gonna tell you about that also. But before I do, why don't we talk a little bit? So, like, you coming through town, we had these ideas to talk about how you saved the town, and we erected a little statue, and we started selling the Mumps rolls. Started selling out like crazy that we make at the bakery. It's like the number one draw. And people have been really liking it. We've been getting marketing out. And not only that, but there's been a pilgrimage of people heading from the Castle Viahara region after the castle disappeared. So we've got just more traffic coming through, it seems like. So it's been really good. And I'm sorry I couldn't get a hold of you to ask about the T-shirts, but we did get some T-shirts made with your image on them. I didn't think you would mind very much, and if you're open to it, I mean, we collected some royalties for you, and we could cut you in on some of the gold. But ultimately, it's not just the bakery. Like, the whole town is kind of thriving here. You know, it's been a good couple of years. We've been hoping the best for you. You were like completely off the map for a couple of those years. I think there was some kind of time travel involved, but after that, now I don't know. We're waiting for you to visit, so we're excited for you to be here. We've got some interesting travelers came through. We've got some things, like recently a guy came through and dropped off a magical lute, which I grabbed because I was like, oh no, sorry, not a lute, a flute. It's like a lute, but it's smaller and it's got an F in front of it. So I've just been collecting some things, and everybody's been having a good time. And yeah, so the fortune teller. Sorry, I'm just rambling now. And Havalar, I'm not ignoring you. I'm happy that both of you are here. Both of you were instrumental in the. It's more that Mumps was like the hometown hero thing. Like we don't have a statue, but we still have Havalar. Like we have stories of all three of you, you and the princess and Mumps. There's a little comic series that Measles was working on. He's not. Yeah, he
I didn't know he draws. That's wild.
I didn't know that either. I don't know if he even really did because they're not that good, but they're fun. They're exciting, and
as long as he's putting his heart into it.
Yeah, that's what we've been trying to. That's the direction I've been trying to go lately with my parenting style. Now that all the kids are grown up, it's a lot less pressure to instill goodness in them, because they've already proven themselves to all be good kids. And what was I talking about before?
Well, yeah, you were saying this place is blown up and it's getting really busy and stuff, and you made a really cool life for yourself here. But this is really awkward, and Havalar back me up here. But I know you're doing really well, all and stuff. But you gotta go. You gotta pack up all your stuff, all of you. Pack it in your bags and pick it up and take it somewhere else because you gotta get out of town.
Where is this coming from exactly?
Have you noticed any sort of chaotic, unusual, extreme, perhaps, occurrences? Maybe some bad creatures, violence, that sort of thing.
Some dangerous events. Yeah, maybe there was an earthquake or maybe a mashed potato mudslide thing happened. Just weird stuff.
There has
people
been
going bald.
There has been more bald. Do you guys know something about the baldness? There's been occasionally just bald, a couple day long baldness happening once in a while. It only happened to two people. It happened to Steve twice.
It happened to Mumps.
Wow.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
I wouldn't picture you bald. No offense, but
I looked at my reflection when I was bald, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it much. Nothing against bald people, just I can't pull it off. I got a weird lumpy head.
Steve looked great bald when he went bald. We were telling him to keep it that way. Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. Steve always did have a nice round, not lumpy head. Steve really
it's very symmetrical, and he's been getting into weightlifting lately, so he has kind of like a look that it worked. Like he had kind of the same roundness on the shoulders.
The up and the down would complement each other. I see.
It was like a Vin Diesel-esque quality. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have to leave because so the chaos. There's been some more chaotic elements, but I think that just comes with, the population's been going up a little bit, and we get a lot of new travelers. But I think, a lot of the town has been a little bit resistant to the changes, but at the same time, the economy is really going crazy, and we've been able to hire more guards. We've been able to do repairs on some of the infrastructure around here, and ultimately I think the town agrees that it's been a positive change, even with a little bit of extra chaos.
Well, I guess
just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you, Pops, but it may be just a little chaotic now, but it could get worse. It could get a lot worse, and you're really close to where it's coming from, and I know I don't want to spill too many beans here, but Havalar and I want to maybe help with that, but we don't know, exactly what's going on, and we don't know how long it'll take, and we don't know even if we can. So I don't know, I just want you to be safe, Pops, and I want everyone here to be safe, and I want y'all to, if I'm going to try and save the whole town, but this town's gotten really big. I don't know if we can even save all these people in one wagon.
Well, definitely not one wagon, but we've been talking to the fortune teller occasionally, and she seems to think that it's all going to kind of breeze over, and that just the more we we hunker down and hold on, the more we can really get our own security, provide our own security out of this. Instead of depending on the nearby castles, we can invest in our own community and build up our own walls, and just really have ourselves a nice little town, maybe even a city one day. But that's generations from now. But I have a baker's dozen kids to think about, right? Wait,
This
how many?
fortune teller.
Is it a baker's dozen or a dozen? I don't remember.
You have 9 kids. You have 9. You have 8, and you have me. That's 9 kids.
Nine
Dad.
is a halfling baker's dozen.
That's what I thought.
Do you need a dozen or just a halfling baker's dozen?
Yeah, three quarters does sound like a halfling baker's dozen. 3/4 of a dozen. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've been away so long, I just completely forgot my own baker's dozen.
That's that. You've got the elvish dozen in your head.
Those hungry elves. They've got me all turned around.
So, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the move right now.
This fortune teller. Where are they?
Yeah. And that was the other thing I was going to talk about. So
Her hut caught on fire. Yeah, we took her wagon. Yeah.
So she's
we
the
took her
fortune
potions and her
teller.
wagon. Yeah.
Yeah. She's the fortune teller.
So wait, she didn't die?
Well, she is dead. But she. So after she died, she had this candle delivered on her death, and the candle apparently allows her to kind of talk with people, give them some insight, and it's been really useful to a lot of people. It's actually kind of one of the things that people like to do in town, almost like a little tourist attraction, is they'll go and see Madame Spriggs and get some advice or some dating advice or weather readings or whatever it is that she used to do. She still does that, just as a disembodied head and a candle.
So you're taking the advice of the ghost of a hag to stay in town?
Well, Madame Spriggs, I don't know. It's not really like a ghost. I don't know if it's a ghost situation because it's her actual head. It's and the thing is, and yes, that sounds a little bit wacky, but it's led us into a good spot so far.
I get it. Yeah, one headless hag in the hand is worth 2 full-bodied hags in the bush. I get it. Yeah. But
she's not threatening. She can't hurt anybody. She's just kind of led us all to a good time.
Well, tell you what, Pops, you seem to really made up your mind and you know what you're doing. Have an all right. We'll go take care of some business. And you know what? We'll be back tonight for dinner. Just one question. Do we have to make an appointment or does she take walk-ins?
I think you'll be able to get to the front of any line, Mumps, personally. But yeah, I think on certain days she's rather busy, but it's also kind of like a hole in the wall thing. So you normally can get a decent amount of time with her.
Okay, yeah. I'll tell you what. Have a all right. We'll go take care of some business, and we'll be back in no time. So we'll see you later. Okay, Pops?
All right, sounds great. I'm glad you're back in town. We'll have dinner tonight. We'll bring out all of it for it, and just the family. We don't need a bunch of. We had to hire on a little bit extra staff, and they're great, but they're not invited to dinner.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, because I don't know their lives, and I'd love to hear about them maybe sometime later. But yeah, we can catch up, just family tonight.
Time. Yeah, we need some time with Mumps.
Of course, yeah.
Alrighty, and you guys go.
So, I guess we're going to see the old hag we killed.
Yeah, this is gonna be so awkward. Oh my God. How do we even how do we even start that conversation? Like, sorry we killed you, but like you deserved it and also help us?
You know, I don't feel real confident about that approach.
Yeah. Maybe we should bring a gift.
But oh, I like that.
Yeah, what do
headless hags want?
I mean, a body, I guess, but that'd be weird to bring one of those.
Sounds rude, actually.
Yeah, then the smell would probably disturb the neighbors.
Chat recommends a necklace. I don't know what it would sit on.
Earrings?
Yeah, or like, nose piercing, or like a nice pair of shades, like
a diadem, perhaps.
That could work. Yeah.
Some kind of gift.
Chewing gum, something. I don't know, where would it go?
We just left the bakery, but it's more about the taste.
Okay, yeah.
Not the nourishment.
Some mints.
She's just doing all of this for free?
Oh, that's a good question. But I mean, we got a little pocket change. Nothing crazy, but I mean, how much does one fortune cost?
Well, how much does one hag need to spend? A headless or bodiless hag need to spend? Probably not a lot. I say we bring a couple options. Let's bring, well, we've got some cash. We'll bring some food.
Okay.
And I'm kind of into this jewelry idea.
Yeah, that's nice. And then, I mean, also, I don't know, going in, like, how do we? I don't even know. There's a lot of stuff I want to ask because I don't know. Like, it feels like, should we even ask the important stuff? She seems like she's a quack. Like, she's telling my family to stay, and things are getting wild. But she's not telling anyone about the danger. She's not telling anyone to like GTFO. Like, what's that about? She can't be like legit.
Something feels fishy.
I guess we'll just have to go in and suss it out.
Agreed.
All right.
Can we get food from? Can we say that we stole some food from the bakery?
Yeah, you could steal it if you'd rather not pay for it.
Yeah, it's free. It's Mumps.
It's Mumps.
Go ask for some food.
I'm sure it's complimentary. Yeah, what do you guys want to get from the bakery?
Obviously, a Mumps roll. They're so popular.
Yes, we'll take 3 Mumps rolls, 2 mini quiches. We'll have an almond croissant, also 2 bear claws, 3 dragon claws, and then also the fruit tart and 2 of those chocolate muffins. Thank you.
After your brother was like, whatever you want, and he's just like adding more stuff to this pile, and he's like, okay, I mean, here you go. Of course.
Thanks, Milo. Bye.
All right. You guys, Mumps is just to his neck basically with all this sweets and savories. Next, what? Jewelry? Cash? Gold?
Well, we've got some cash. I think maybe Merla knows where we can get some nice earrings.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person that would know where to get like flashy stuff. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, yeah, we better get find Merla.
As we talk about her, she just pops out of nowhere.
What are you guys talking about me?
Us.
Beetlejuice.
Oh,
wow.
Hi, Merla.
I was just like so nearby.
Yeah,
you really were.
Here you are.
What's up? Did you guys finish your quest?
We're kind of in the middle of it, and actually, maybe you could help us. We couldn't help but notice when you had come up earlier that you had such a great sense of style, and oh my goodness, just the way you carried yourself and all those cool earrings those items
The ones
that you wore
You're
on your
wearing
head.
them
Oh, really?
Yes.
right now.
Those
Yeah.
are so cool. And we were
Wow.
just wondering, Havalar loves them so much that maybe she could wear a pair. Where did you get them?
Oh, I don't actually know. Yeah. I didn't buy them. My a guy, a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine bought them for me.
I saw your lips as I was watching you as you said it. You were about to say boyfriend. Your boyfriend gave them to you.
At the time, it was like a long time ago. But yeah, but they are nice. I think he got them just like I think on the third level. There's a lot of like little nicks and crafties and little jewelry stuff type things and stuff.
Great.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, also, I'm not like a therapist or anything, but like, I mean, if you wanted to maybe get over this guy from all that time ago, you gotta get rid of the earrings.
Do you have an idea for?
Yeah. If you wanna, part of letting go of someone involves
I've
letting
actually
go
totally
of something.
let go. I let go like so hard. Like I wasn't even involved really after a while.
You just weren't that attached to him. You kind of just threw him to the wayside. He just didn't really exist for you in that way.
It's just that I just felt like, there's always could be that little knight in shining armor, like maybe a Valinor knight in armor. I don't know. Any kind of armor. I don't know. Like a knight in armor.
Yeah, a knight in shining armor. Well,
like literally
don't
a
look
knight.
too hard at mine because it's mostly leather. Okay.
I like leather.
I think. Oh, don't get kinky on me. We gotta go. Havalar, third level. Yeah, let's go to the third level.
All
guys.
right. That's fine.
You guys head up to some nice little crafty stores, including a jewelry store, Joe's Jewelry. That's J-O. And Joe's in there selling some jewelry.
Hey, Joe, buddy, pal, how you doing? How's the fam? How's it been? I haven't seen you in so long.
Hey, Mumps, it's been a really long time since I've seen you.
Wow. It's I gotta say, it's so cool seeing you now post puberty. Your voice changed a lot. Wow, you sound like me.
It really did. Yes, it's been something like 3 years since I've seen you through here.
Wow, yeah. Oh.
And actually, I don't know if I've ever seen you in my shop, but just in general, it's been about 3 years. What can I do for you guys? It's really nice to see you, Mumps.
Yeah, it's great to see you, Joe. This is Havalar, Joe Havalar.
Havalar, and I don't mean any offense by this, but it's a tight store. I just want you to be, and I've been trying to expand. We've got lots of tall people coming through here these days, so I'm trying to expand it. But I just be careful. Please, like, come in, do your thing, do your shopping. I don't want to dissuade you, and my apologies. Just be careful.
You don't gotta worry, Joe. Havalar here, she ain't no bull in a china shop. She knows exactly what's going on. She's fully conscious of herself in a physical space. Like, she applies it to fighting and to shopping. Like, it's incredible.
So you're looking for some jewelry of some kind?
Yeah, maybe just something specific. I don't really know words for jewelry. Maybe Havalar, you had something in mind.
You ever been to the old bodiless hag?
Oh, the old bodiless hag, yeah. I'm not a big fan. I went down there once, kind of on a date, but it's just not really my thing. It's a little creepy down there, to be honest with you. Plus, I'm not super comfortable around dead bodies or dead bodies that talk to you.
Understandable. Do you seem like a connoisseur of jewelry here? I can see there's a lot of options, a lot of different styles. What might a dead body want to wear on their head if they could?
The bodiless dead hag, actually, before she was the bodiless dead hag, she was Madame Spriggs. She used to shop here once in a while.
Oh, what did she like?
I'll forward to it.
She liked one of my own creations, and what I do is it's a snail, and instead of the slug insides, or I guess the snail insides, I would put kind of a gelatin in there, and that would harden over into like a shiny. So picture a snail shell, but there's a ring outside of it that's just glitter, like almost disco ball glitter. And she really loves she really loved flashy and strange pieces like that.
Sounds exactly like what we're looking for.
Yeah. Well, I've got a couple of those in stock if you're interested, or anything else that you have in mind. I might be able to find one of those old designs as well.
No, I think we'll take the sparkly ones.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right. You get some snails then. Okay, so let's give you the family discount. And I'm thinking 20 gold will do it for the earrings.
Oh.
That sounds like a really fair price, Joe. But let me just consult with Havalar real quick. Havalar, how much gold do we have? I don't remember how much gold we have.
Well, by my count, we've got about 80 gold.
Really?
Maybe. Could be 75. I've also got 599 here. So.
It's probably those added up.
Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds like we can afford it.
Because at some point, you guys got paid at some point.
Yeah, we get paid all the time. That's like a regular thing.
Yeah.
And
you guys are no
we
longer
don't have to steal it.
super poor.
Yeah. We're Knights of Valinair now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go ahead and we'll pay this and not steal it.
Yeah, I know she said that very specific way, but we didn't even think about it for a second, Joe. We are absolutely supporting this small business with this gold right here.
I really appreciate it, and I hope the disembodied, the dead hag, really likes it too. You
Yeah,
guys
thanks,
have a great
Joe.
day. And enjoy your stay in town. Yeah.
You'll hear from us.
Oh, okay. Well, I
And
hope she'll love him.
You'll hear from us either way, because I will also give positive feedback as well.
I appreciate that.
Bye,
Love
Joe.
positive feedback. Bye, Bubs.
To the hag.
To the hag. So, Madame Spriggs's hut has been sort of rebuilt-ish in the place where it burned, way up at the tippy top of the village. So you guys are going to have to climb your way up there, creep across a couple of rickety bridges, rope ladder up, rope ladder. You remember back in the level 3 days, this was like a challenge. You might even have had to roll for this. But at level 12, Havalar could probably jump it, and Mumps could climb it with one arm. So you guys make your way up the rope, and it looks like there's nobody else up here at the point when you arrive at the platform, and you're looking at this just crispy, burnt to cinders, and I want to say it's sunset. It's getting darker when you guys get here, and this crispy half of a house, and part of it has been new stuff has been thrown up over it, but it's just dark, mossy, bark and just plant life just thrown up over the top of it to give it this roof that seems to be caving in different spots. But they keep it lopsided up here. Maybe that's for the old lady's wishes. We don't know, but it has a roof, which is more than it had when you left it.
I guess we'll just knock.
Is there a place to knock? It's more of just a roof and a.
There's a rickety old metal door that has been like those that type of metal, sheet metal. It's a little sheet metal door that's been lodged into place up there. And you knock
the drywall of metals.
You rap on it, and it nothing. You don't hear anything. It squeaks a little bit. It's not really latched, so it kind of squeaks open a teensy bit when you knock on it.
Madam
Getting
Spriggs?
some deja vu. Hello?
Hello? I know this is kind of your home, but also it's a business, so open to the public, so we're just going to kind of walk in now, okay?
So go ahead and make perception checks as you guys step in.
Ooh. That's me a 19.
Okay.
I got a 1. Again.
Oh.
This is a negative trend we're on here.
This is more ones than I've ever rolled in my life.
And it's not the same die?
No,
not that would
switching
just
it up.
answer the question. Yeah.
It's like every time I think of using the other die, I need a new set. Guess I gotta get a new set.
It sounds to me like the curse is extending beyond the die, Amy.
Yeah. Like a user error situation.
No.
It's like I don't get it.
Are you rolling wrong? Mumps. So there's an area behind the door to latch it closed after you enter. It's kind of like a bathroom stall situation where you just slide it on.
Mm-hmm.
And that on the other side through a little hole in the wood says occupied when you do that. Havalar, it's pretty dark in here and your eyes are still adjusting, and you just kind of stumble on something. You hear just a piece of glass just hit into a corner. And Mumps, as you follow that thing that goes kind of by your feet and behind you, you turn and you see down at like your waist level the face of this hag. The same wide-eyed, toothy, smiling face that was singed into your memory forever when you stabbed the remaining life out of her and she cackled up at you years ago. And she's just lying there, just a face almost. You can't even see, like her head's kind of on like a bed of twigs and hay. And she's just laying there looking up, just staring into your soul. And next to that head is a candle, a purple wax candle. And in that purple wax candle, which is about maybe about a foot tall, looks like it used to be a lot taller because there's wax down the sides of it. There's little bits of bone kind of decorating the wax, like little rodent spines and other vermin make this kind of checkered pattern on this candle. And I have a picture of her I will share with you guys. And that's what you see. You also see little offerings around with your 19. You also see little offerings around the hut in different areas. The thing that Havalar tripped over is an empty vial with a heart on it that used to be some kind of a potion. And here's the image. It's a fun one. And then you guys are up.
Hello, Madam Spriggs. I just gotta say, Havalar, do I talk to the camel? Do I talk to the head? I don't understand what's going on. This is so creepy.
I don't. Over they know. I think you talk to the head. Talk to the head. Talk to the head.
Okay. Hello, Madam Spriggs. I don't know if you remember us. We were in here a few years ago, and you were gonna sell us a very nice cart, and then you died. And I'm gonna skip how you died, but you died, and then we took the cart, and we are back now for different reasons. I don't know. Do you remember us? Do you remember anything at all about that? Maybe.
She doesn't blink. I blink, but she just stays perfectly still. The candle is unlit.
All right.
Unlit, by the way. I don't know if that
Light
was
the
clear.
candle. We gotta light the candle.
I would have. That would have been my first intuition had I known it was not burning at all in the first place.
It's
yeah,
very dark in here. There's no. Yeah. You light the candle?
Yeah.
All right, Mumps says you. What do you light it with? A match, I reckon. There's probably matches next to it.
Sounds good.
I heard that matches were invented like after lighters or something.
I
Something like
heard
that.
that too.
Well. Yeah.
On the internet.
So just a lighter. It's like how do you? What do you light a candle with? Do you like strike something and then get a spark on something else and then light the candle with that?
Couple twigs.
If somebody in chat knows that, we'll figure it out. But fireball.
Kind of the opposite.
Who says fireball?
Oh.
Take it away, Mumps. It's your fireball.
Well, you're the dragon. Shouldn't you maybe handle the fire?
I'm an ice dragon. Where have you been?
Okay, geez. I don't know. Elements aren't really my thing, but okay, here I go.
Well, do you magic a fire or do you use the contraption, which is a little metal thingy, lighter thingy?
I was gonna say the lighter.
Okay.
Maybe. Or we can
Use the lighter.
lighter.
The candle
Lighter.
lights with a violet flame. And the second it goes up, you just hear, ah! Ah! That face. I remember.
Her face?
Her mouth is not moving. Both of you hear this. But her head does not move. You just hear this voice coming from some direction, or maybe every direction in the hut. You're not really sure. That's the same terrified face that struck me down.
Oh, you're talking about
years
Mumps.
ago.
Yeah, that's my face. That's my face.
Mumps. Yes. That's the name. I'll remember that name.
Hi, Madam Spriggs. Did you maybe hear what I said before I lit the candle, or no?
What'd you say?
Oh,
No,
okay.
we didn't say much. We
Yeah.
didn't say much.
Just wondering, like, if you could hear it. Madam Spriggs.
Loud and clear.
Madam Spriggs, we
Mumps.
came to you because we kind of have like maybe some questions to ask you. Because we hear you're like a big shot fortune teller now, and we were hoping that maybe you were open for business, even
They
to people
love
who
me
may have...
here. The time of my life. Time of my life.
Yeah, I got it. That was really clever. That was
Unintentional. That's why I took a moment.
no, yeah, is
Mumps.
you're funny, Madam Spriggs. You're like a hoot. Do you stand up too, or no? Oh, that's
Flint
hard
and
'cause you have no
steel.
legs. Yeah.
Flint and steel, that's what it's called. To light things. Like candles. Sorry, it's something I was thinking of earlier on the last call.
Right.
It's
right,
very
right.
valuable information to share. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mumps.
If only you had been in the Hag Scouts, you would have known. Yeah.
And what's the dragon's name again, if I can remember?
Well, I'll save you time because I don't know how longer the candle burns for. It's Havalar.
Havalar. I'll remember that name as well. I remember Havalar. Yes, one of you pushed me off of a balcony.
Well, my arms are kind of small, so it wasn't me. Probably, you know.
Probably was the Dragonborn. Havalar.
And,
I'll remember that name.
oh, good. Good. So glad
Yes.
to have you remember.
Why have you come to see me now after all this time?
Yes, about that. Yes. One moment, Madam Spriggs.
Yes.
You can probably hear this. It doesn't matter. First of all, We didn't make a plan. What are we asking?
Well, Madam Spriggs, we were just kind of wondering. You're a fortune teller, is what we hear, and is it like you know specifically what's going to happen in the future, like kind of like a psychic, or like you just kind of give vague? Oh well, if you, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to get at here
It's
is
mostly vague things. I know all kinds of different things. Like, for example, I know that Havalar's face is a face similar to one that I saw before, recently, actually. But that's all I can say about that. So
That's all you
ultimately
can
pretty
say?
vague.
well, that's all you will say.
Well,
That's really cryptic, and I feel like you wouldn't tease us like that unless you really wanted us to
I
like
do love a good tease.
get under our skin. Yeah, you're getting under our skin.
Well,
So
I
hard.
can't get under much other skin because I don't have my own skin to get under, do I? Most of it was burned off in the fire. Oh, how that hurt.
Well, we brought you these earrings.
Yeah, they're so shiny. Look, your favorite style. We got it from Joe.
Oh,
You know about
those
Joe.
are dreadful. Please. Yes, put those on me.
Go ahead,
I
Havalar.
didn't-
Put them on her.
Go on. I
yes,
won't
of course.
bite.
Okay. And I'm approaching.
Go on.
Pull the and then just pull the earlobe out
Yes.
a little bit. It's a little sticky. And I see your ears are pierced.
Oh, sorry. I thought he'd pierced it. Wait. No, not
well,
yet. Go ahead. It won't
but
hurt.
It's right because it's dead. And so I pierce the ear and hang it there in time for the second one and do the
Yes.
same.
Yes, I won't do it this time. But
Okay.
you'll have to pierce this one too, as well.
Right, okay, here we go. And it's in. All right, there you are. Would you like, perhaps, there's no mirrors around here so you can see, but you look quite fetching, I have to
Fabulous.
say.
I
Absolutely.
can see. Yes, I can see it. It's just a head
Oh, good.
after all. Yes.
Right.
Great.
So,
Notice I didn't
that's-
scream the third time like I said I wouldn't. You probably thought that I would.
I did. I was anticipating that.
I as well was anticipating a third scream.
Yes, well, that's why you're not fortune tellers.
Indeed. It's your job. So, we've given you this gift, and perhaps you can share with us. Have you spoken an offering?
The offering is fair.
Oh, good.
Because I
Good.
can tell that it cost more than the mere 15 gold it used to cost at Joe's shop. To me, I think
Inflation.
it cost...
Yeah.
It cost a journey. It costed catching up with an old friend. It costed a little bit more, and I appreciate the gesture because sometimes it really is the thought. It really is the thought that counts. And sometimes, you know, the knowledge that you seek costs more than what you offer.
That was
I
really
don't-
cryptic. Did we offer enough or not enough? I'm a little
we'll have to
lost.
see. We'll have to see based on what knowledge you seek. I'm still a little bit behind myself. And then
Well-
we'll see. It might be a long time before you realize what it costs you.
That sounds foreboding.
It does.
Cryptic. God. This
Mumps,
hag.
Mumps and Havalar, those are names that I'll remember.
Look, Madam Spriggs, I just wanna get down to it. Is it possible that, maybe there's a big dark chaos out there that's threatening the lives of everyone in this town, including your disembodied head?
Very
And maybe,
possible.
I just wanna say that, like, I don't know, if people stay here, is bad stuff gonna happen? Or should we just, GTFO?
Bad stuff, good stuff, evil stuff, good stuff. Good is such a simple word, whereas evil has so much depth. Don't you agree?
I'm not an English professor, so I really wouldn't know, Madam Spriggs.
I guess that's why evil is the opposite of good, because in some ways, evil is more complicated, and good is supposed to be a pure thing, like a simple thing. And simple should be the opposite of complex. Or should the opposites mirror in their complexity?
I'm not a philosophy major, Madam Spriggs, so I really wouldn't know.
Chaos is coming for this town, yes, and with it is every type of thing. That's what chaos does. It doesn't ask what should be, it just creates or removes or destroys or just throws fire at the problem. And I mean that as in kind of like the phrase when you throw fire at fire, but I also mean that in a literal sense, because fire is among the things that are included in chaos.
Well, I'm not a chemistry major, so I really wouldn't know. Havalar, are you getting anything from this? I'm so lost.
You asked me how to stop it? Was that part of the thing? Or what's causing it? I'm sorry, I was trying to listen, but I was just
I was trying to figure out if my family's in danger, if my hometown's gonna burn to the ground or something.
Of course.
I just gotta know if I gotta go to my parents and say, Molly, you in danger, girl. Come on, give me something here.
Danger is grave and constant and changing every fragment of a second, and that's the beauty of chaos, is you can't know if it's now or a week from now or a week ago.
Sounds like you really vibe with this chaos.
I
Madam
have always
Spriggs.
enjoyed a fair amount of chaos. However, I don't wish chaos to win this fight. As much as it may seem that I do.
Yeah, seems like it. A little
chaos tends to be the end of fun. It's like a grand finale of fun.
And you want to keep the fun going.
Of course I do, as you can see how we're still having this conversation.
Do you like mumps rolls, Madam Spriggs?
I can't say that I've tried one.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Literally. So as we continue, more treats.
Mumps rolls.
Open wide, Madam Spriggs. Here comes the choo-choo train. Chugga, 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 choo-choo.
I'm gonna have her. She bites your finger.
Oh my god!
It's one damage, as her face doesn't change except for the mouth closes. Not much.
Okay, yep, I deserve that. Yep, I burned you to a crisp and killed you. I deserve that.
And she cackles. That's not easy to do. That's not easy to do.
But was it fun? Did you have fun?
Yes.
That's what we like to hear. So
that brings us back into a conversation about cost. What does it cost to hear what you need to hear? It costs a little bit of pain, maybe.
I'd say we got that. Yeah.
Paid for that a little bit. Yeah. So we've got the chaos, and that's one thing that sounds like we didn't get a lot of clear answers.
The greatest threat to this realm right now is that growing chaos, and it's been here for a long time. In fact, it was the chaos that first awoken wild magic in one of the nobles. A friend of yours, actually. She was quite large when I last saw her, when I was killed by the three of you. She was touched by this chaos. But the chaos started long before her and will continue long after her, and now it is growing in the absence of order. Chaos doesn't wish to grow. It doesn't try to destroy and recreate. It just simply fills a void of power, a void of strong leadership. Or
I see.
Order. The order that the Bad King would bring. Now that was order. That was the last time chaos was kept at bay in the Feywild. Order.
The Bad King.
Yes, the Bad King.
Who's the Bad King?
Oh. See, in death, I've come to remember some things that were forgotten in life. Because the Feywild is a very magical place, but it doesn't have much power over me in the plane where I now reside. The Bad King was erased from history. I see him now in your memories, although he's more statuesque, in that he's a statue that you've recently seen. A statue in a tower of many places. The Bad King used to rule this plane and beyond with cruelty and evil and order above all else. It was not the most fun time for me, but it certainly was a time where there was no chaos. Hardly any. At least
the Bad King
by chaos's definition.
But like a name, like what's the name here? Is I think the question she originally asked, like 2 minutes ago.
That's what I was going to lead you there. But so the name was wiped from all of our memories because some didn't want to be associated with it, and we hoped that in forgetting we might move on. But the Bad King's name was Voodoo Valinair.
Valinair? I know that name.
This is a name that very few know about. You might count yourself on a handful of living who know this name, and I don't know if it will stick with you because the magic of the Fae may choose to wipe it again from your memories.
This king was an elf?
Yes. One of the great elves.
Moon elf? Or an elf? Or a different elf?
He was an elvish king, the king of the Fae, who made his way into the material plane, who cheated death more than once. And now... I don't know. But I don't think that this Bad King is the greatest threat. He might be your savior. If you want to keep the chaos at bay, I mean, how many enemies do you wish to make?
At this point, it's not so much we wish to make them as though they just keep happening to us.
We make them naturally. It's a very organic process, the amount of people that hate us.
Did you have another question? Because I'm growing weary.
Oh, did a moon elf visit you recently? Perhaps by the name of Vess?
That's where I saw you. In that memory. An old memory. Yes, I met with this Vesenir, a name I would remember. Vesenir and Havalar and Mumps. Vesenir had a memory of you, but you were larger and scarier and with wings, great wings. That was power.
Mm. Yes. Well, we're looking for this Vesenir, and perhaps you can tell us where he went. What was he asking you about? No, yes. Both. 2 questions.
It's a 2-parter.
Vesenir. For this, I must think of the price. Because this is a big question, bigger than your other 2. You see, Vesenir is after something big.
Bigger than this almond croissant?
Yes. Quite a bit bigger. Price. Chat thinks the price should be a trained monkey that can scratch her nose on command.
Seems pretty cheap.
Wherever would
honestly.
we get such a thing?
Why don't we decide on a price later? But for now, you take me with you on your adventure.
I have to say, I really
just
I didn't see that
transport.
coming.
The price of transport. I'm just ahead. I'm not much of a burden. A head and a candle. What's an extra head and a candle? I can be strapped to your back, Mumps.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe
I'll watch for you. I'll tell you if anyone's sneaking up.
I mean, I'm not really...
Look behind you!
Oh, God. So I should take the candle, and Havalar can take the head, because I can't take both. So, I should stick with the candle.
So, we're in agreement before I answer.
Well, where are you going
right.
exactly?
All right.
Havalar, you can't say yes already. We don't even know where she's going.
I was not fit. It was all right. Well, this is an interesting proposition.
Oh, okay.
If you'd let me finish. So, but that's a great question. Where are you going? Why do you want to come with us?
I want to see how it all plays out with where I sent Vesemir.
The fun that you so desperately seek.
Well, it's big. It's a big time in history, and even if Chaos wins, what am I going to lose? Right? A head and a candle. Whereas you have a lot more on the line. It's more of an adventure if I'm with those who try their best to extend their mortal lives. More fun,
All right.
more chaos.
All right. May we have a moment to discuss?
I'll be listening.
Right. So there's really no point in sidebarring, is there? Well, I really don't see why not. It's just a head. Doesn't take up much room. It's kind of funny, actually.
She's annoying as hell. She scares me. You heard the way she's yelling at me. Look behind you. Oh, look behind you. She's gonna do that the whole trip. She's gonna do the whole trip, Havalar.
Consider it training for your battle skills. You could really do with some stronger nerves, Mumps.
Okay, that's a little hurtful, because I think I've grown a lot, and I have pretty strong nerves, if I'm saying so myself.
You hadn't grown, but there's always room to improve. Yeah?
Okay, you know what? Fine. You know what? There's really nowhere else that I think we're getting out of this. So, yes, bodiless, dead hag of Madame Spriggs, we will take your head and your candle and take you on this quest.
One more question. Can you confirm that this is a clean slate? There's no, we killed you and now you're getting back at us sort of thing. We're just starting over, fresh, day one.
I understand the sentiment, but you cannot wipe clean a slate. You cannot rewrite what has happened in the past and what will happen in the future. It all is connected, and it stays connected. It's all woven into the same fabric. And even now, as we look at this time when chaos tries to unravel it, we see familiar threads from the past almost forgotten, resurfacing to be woven back in. We see tragedies about to repeat themselves, and we see forces of power returning to power. And in the spirit of your question, I can erase nothing, but I can tell you, I will not avenge my own death upon you. But I won't forget it. Those are names that I'll remember.
All right. I think that's about as best as we're going to get out of that strange and backwards comment.
Yeah, I think there was a no in there somewhere, so I think we're good.
There was, yeah, it seemed like it. All right,
Yeah.
Hag, let's go. And I...
Ah! Not to the ears.
No, never. I will be very gentle. I think about it. How am I going to approach this? We'll just scoop it up.
As you've scooped it, the face suddenly becomes completely animated as it speaks this last bit to you. It's actually moving its mouth as it speaks now, and it says, "Your friend was sent to the place where the glaive was created. He seeks a way to undo what has been done. And I told him that places are the most important. Places and magic are interconnected, and the place where it was done is the place where it will be undone."
Okay,
So
well, that's
now-
completely different than what you told us. You gave us a whole speech that things can't be undone and you can't wipe slates clean because it's all connected in the past and blah, blah, blah. It ties to the future. So you're being really contradictory, and I really wish you would just give it to a straight, Hag.
You speak of time, and I speak of magic, and the magic that he's trying to undo. I don't know how well it will go for him.
That doesn't bode well.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
But he goes to the castle, the Moonside Castle, that was ravaged by this one's ancestors.
I guess I'll just ask the obvious then. Where's Moonside Castle?
And then she like almost looks to the side as if not to answer your question, Havalar, or Mumps, but like, there's something strange happening now. A bit of chaos making its way here. Mumps, do you remember when we first met and you looked into the smoke and revealed to me what it is that you saw?
See, I was hoping you wouldn't remember that because I kind of wondered all this time. Is it my fault? Did I pick the wrong thing? Is that why you became a hag, or were you just always a hag and you just wanted to attack us because I picked the wrong thing, which was the right thing? You didn't want me to pick that thing, so you had to fight off the you know what I'm getting at.
Look into my eyes and tell me.
Do I have to? They're so
this time?
dead.
They're cloudy, aren't they?
Oh, they're so
smoky.
They're so
even.
smoky and bluish gray, and one of them's pointing off in the wrong direction.
Stare deep into them, and you'll learn just what it is you are facing now. Look into the smoke once more. I can't build a fire. I don't have arms.
Oh, that's okay. Well, let's do the same thing we did for your candle. We'll use the flint and stone.
I mean, you can use my eyes. I've been working really hard on them. Just stare at me.
Do it, Mumps.
I'm staring hard. I'm staring real hard.
Mumps, you see something in there. Like a swirly, twirly something. And what you see is your father, Merrick, picking up a flute of some kind, looking it over, putting it to his lips, and forming his fingers into like a really bad like C note, and then blowing. And when he does, you see a blue flash of smoke and her eyes turn blue. And that's where we're going to end the episode tonight. To find out.
No, Papa Mumps!
What a cliffhanger. Oh, God.
To find out what's next. And as you see that, you hear...
Thought you were trying to make some
hag.
clever little joke about a pipe bomb. It's a flute.
How did you know? No. I mean, we could.
You know...
What?
I feel like the hag has been your favorite character of all time?
Really?
There's
I mean,
yeah, you're really living in that
there's-
hag state of mind this
It's
episode.
like your hag era.
Hag girl summer.
It was fun
Mm-hmm.
to be the embodied head. The unembodied.
My favorite part was picking up the head with my hands.
Your bare hands on this necrotic flesh.
Yeah. Well, you know, she would have looked a lot better if you guys hadn't killed her 3 years ago.
Right.
There is that.
Yeah, that's our bad.
That's on us. We'll all own that. That's fine.
Those were our actions, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Cool. A lot of information.
A lot of information, but
Yeah.
good stuff. Heard some things, making me think some other things. And maybe we'll put them together next time.
Yeah. Yeah, let me know if you want it to. I'm curious what those things that you're thinking are. Like, I don't really want to respond to them because I want you to like brew them. You can say them out loud right now into the world, but I'd love to know what kind of stuff is going on, or you can just send me like a text and we'll discuss it next week. But
well, I think Mumps heard the awkward conversation between Havalar and Dana, and
Oh, did I? I don't think I did.
Oh no, okay, so you didn't. Never mind. Then I'll text you.
I was up talking with Durban.
oh,
Right,
you
I
mean
think
Kyle?
you were.
You mean did Kyle hear it? Is what you're asking.
No, I mean, well, I don't know. I get confused. They're so similar.
Right,
Okay.
Kyle with his 6 intelligence had no idea what the conversation was about.
All I'm saying is I heard the hag say something about needing order and a strong leader, and Dana said something similar, and I'm just like, all right, thinking thoughts.
Yeah, because Mumps would have no idea. But Kyle was thinking like, oh yeah, so there's gonna be like a return of the bad king kind of deal going on. Is the end goal maybe? I don't know.
Unless Violet marries what's his bucket?
His name's in my
And
notebook.
I don't remember that
Order.
guy's first name. I'll have
His
to look
name's in
that
my
up.
notebook somewhere, but God knows I'm not gonna find it in this next part. where we're
Something
wrapping up.
Balanstar. Yeah. Barrick or Bari or
Barrett.
Burbly. Well,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens next.